Imagine, you're standing in a quiet cemetery, but right beneath your feet lies the unmarked grave of a man who didn't just kill, he butchered his victims with a carpenter's hatchet, smashing skulls, slashing throats, and severing spines with pure overkill. Welcome to Dils Cemetery in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Thanks for joining Brittany, Naya, and myself here at Dils Cemetery. Let's learn more about the Parkersburg murderer.
In the 1860s, Parkersburg lived in terror after dark. A respected German carpenter named John Shaffer, real name John Eisele, struck without warning, leaping from shadows with a hatchet. In 1867, he lured fellow immigrants into traps and unleashed hell. One victim, Joseph, got his skull fractured, his throat slashed ear to ear, and then Eisele kept swinging, chopping up the man's spinal column like it was splitting firewood. Another had his head nearly completely taken off. Yeah, he's buried somewhere in this cemetery. Immediately after his hanging in 1868, they immediately buried him here in an unmarked grave. Don't know, somewhere in this graveyard, you're stepping on a serial killer, the Parkersburg murderer. His name was Joseph Eisele, the Parkersburg murderer. A smiling German immigrant, carpenter by day, ruthless hatchet slayer by night.
A total of 3 victims fell. The third was smashed in the back of the skull. Gloves were stuffed in the mouth, his temple was crushed, and his throat was split wide open. All for pocket change and watches. That's all these murders were ever for. 3 brutal murders across Parkersburg and Wheeling. The whole Ohio Valley was terrified. Nobody walked alone at dark. He tried for a 4th. That survivor, he ended the reign.
March 6, 1868, the last public hanging in Wood County, West Virginia. Over 7,000 people packed this area right here, knee-deep in mud just to watch the execution. Militia had to escort people back through the roaring crowds. Eisele, ice cold, joking right to the gallows. In typical sick serial killer fashion, he's sitting there cracking dark jokes on top of his own coffin. The very coffin that's sitting somewhere in these grounds, in this soil. An educated, well-liked man who chose pure darkness. His victims suffered horrors most can't imagine. And now his restless spirit is said to still haunt these grounds. We're gonna find out. Here's James Foley. He is one of the most famous people buried here. U.S. Army Revolutionary War. Great man, thank you. Rest in peace, sir. Thanks for joining us today. This is a beautiful cemetery. Definitely am loving the surroundings. Naya's loved it too, so you're gonna catch her. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
And a little bonus here for you guys. The name Dils Cemetery comes from this family right here, the Dill family. Now, the very first Dill here was actually buried a few months after the execution.